everybody and welcome back to the Blossom Crochet channel. In this crochet tutorial I will be showing you how to crochet this really beautiful but quite delicate ripple or chevron stitch. As you can see, it's more of a gentle, delicate one. It's not quite as, you know, up and down as some of the other chevrons and ripples that are on my channel. So this is just like a mini ripple really, and it just gives a really sweet and nice effect. So you can see I've been using lots of different colours here, and I've been doing 2 rows of each colour, but you can just use one colour to do the whole thing, or a variegated cake. You can use literally anything you like and just use whatever hook size your chosen yarn recommends. So you can see that the edges on this stay really beautifully straight and neat, and it's just a really nice one for baby blankets and obviously for any sort of really large blanket as well, but it would also be a good one for a scarf. It is a 1 row repeat. It works up quite quickly because we're using quite big stitches. So I will say at this point as well, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, then make sure that you do that now, and also to click on the little bell icon and to choose to receive all notifications. That way you will never miss whenever I upload a brand new crochet tutorial. So I will leave the link and the name of all of the colours that I have used here, just in case anybody is wondering, but let's just crack on with the tutorial. So for your foundation chain, you want it to be a multiple of 10. So chain the width that you need your project to be, just make sure it's a multiple of 10. So obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So if you just chain your multiple of 10. So obviously just remember, when you're doing a ripple stitch, the length of your flat chain isn't the length that it will end up once you've worked your ripple. It will obviously shorten up, so just bear that in mind. So once you've done all your multiples of 10, you want to add an additional 2 chains to the end, and then we're going to work back along your foundation chain. So we're going to be working into the 3rd chain from the hook, so you never count the one on your hook. We've got 1, 2, and this is our 3rd. And for the entirety of this project, you're going to be doing UK treble crochet. So obviously, as I say, that is the UK term. In the US, these are your double crochet. So if you're used to US terms, whenever you hear me say treble, just ignore me and think double. So treble into that 3rd chain. So yarn over, insert into your chain, yarn over and pull up, and you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. So that is your first treble. You then want a treble into each of the next 3 chains. So we've done 1, so we want 1 into the next 3. So into your very next chain, you'll yarn over and insert, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So 2 more, so 1 into the next 2 chains. Okay, so ignoring the skipped chains at the beginning, you have now got 4 treble crochets. We're then going to create a dip, so we're going to skip 2 chains, and then we're going to work 4 trebles again. So skip 2 and then 1 treble into the next 4 stitches. So skip 2 and then a treble, and again, so you want 4 trebles again. So we're going to create a peak by chaining 2, but we're not going to skip any stitches this time. We're going to work straight into the next chain, and you're going to start your 4 trebles again. So straight into the next chain, you'll start your next 4 trebles. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, we want to create our next dip, so you want to skip 2 chains and then your 4 trebles again, working back up. Again, we're ready to create our next peak, so chain 2 and then work your 4 trebles back down, starting in the very next chain, and you'll just repeat that all the way along. So 4 trebles now, and then you want to create your dip, so you will skip 2 chains, 4 trebles, chain 2, 4 trebles back down, skip 2, and you'll just work that all the way across, and I will meet you as you get towards the end. So I've got towards the end now. I've just got 6 stitches left. I've just completed my 4 trebles after a peak. So now I want to skip 2 chains as normal. So we will have 4 chains left. So I will work 1 treble into each of those last 4 stitches. So I'll skip 2 and then 1 treble, but don't steam ahead because this last stitch will be different. So 1 treble into those final 4 chains, however we want the beginning and the end to match. So if you remember here, we had 4 trebles, but we also had these skipped stitches which counted as another treble. So we want 4 trebles at the end here, but you're going to put another treble into that very last chain. So your final chain will have 2 trebles in it. Okay, and that is how you should look at this point. It might not look like much. As I say, this is a much more delicate ripple pattern than some of the others. So we're going to turn. You can either chain 2 at this point, or you can do exactly what I'm about to do, which is to insert my hook into that very first stitch, into the top. I'm going through the whole of the stitch, yarn over and pull up, and yarn over and pull through both. You then want to go behind the vertical post of that stitch, yarn over and pull up again, yarn over and pull through both, and that just gives you a treble height stitch but without doing a chain 2, so you don't get any of the gapping that you would normally get. You're then going to go back into that very same stitch that you've just worked up from, and you're going to put a treble. So back into that very same stitch you will put a treble. So you've got 2 trebles into that very first stitch. Okay, so we have got our 4 trebles from the row below, but you're only going to be working into 3 of the trebles. So you'll put 1 treble into the next 3 stitches. Again, go through the whole of the stitch. I mean, you don't have to, you could do back loops only to get a sort of ridged effect. Okay, so we have got our stitches, so that is 3 trebles worked into the top of those 3 trebles from the row below. You then want to skip these next 2 stitches because we're creating our dip, so that is why you don't work into all 4. So you're going to skip the last treble and also the first treble of the run up towards the peak. So you'll skip 2 stitches and then you will work into the top of the final 3 stitches up towards your peak. So skip 2 and then 1 treble into those next 3 trebles, and then into your chain 2 space, which is your peak, you're going to create a new peak. So you're going to put a treble crochet, chain 2, and back into that same chain space you will put another treble crochet. So that has created your new peak. You're then going to work back down, so you're going to do 1 treble into the next 3 trebles. So you'll still have your 4 trebles going up and going down, but they just work slightly differently to the foundation row. So 1 treble into the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. And then again at this point you're wanting to create your dip, so you will skip the next 2 trebles, so the last treble and the first treble, and then you will work back up 1 treble into those next 3 stitches, which will create your dip and also work you back up to your peak. And then again in your chain 2 peak you will do a treble, chain 2, and back into that same space you'll do another treble, and then again work back down, so 1 treble into the next 3 stitches. So if you just repeat that all the way along, and I will meet you as you get towards the end and we will finish off this row together. Okay, so I've worked that pretty much all the way along. I've done my last dip and then one treble into those next 3 stitches, and then into that very end, which is the turning chains that we did from the beginning, those skipped stitches, you're going to put your 2 trebles into that last stitch. So it's a funny one because obviously it's not a proper stitch at this point because it's just the skipped chains from the beginning of your foundation row. So you'll always finish with 2 trebles in the same stitch and start with 2 trebles in the same stitch. So that is how you should be looking at this point. So if you were carrying on with the same colour, you would repeat that row exactly as you've just done. You would turn and then you would go straight into your first stitch just here and work up that treble height stitch. However, I'm just going to change colour here. So I'm actually going to just pull out until I've got those last 2 loops. So when I change colour, I stop with the last 2 loops of my treble and I just grab the loop of my new colour and pull it through those last 2. I do chain 1 just to secure that and just pull it nice and tight, and I'm then ready to turn and work up as normal. So again, into that very first stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both, and then behind the vertical post, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both, and then straight back into that very same stitch you'll do another treble, and then you're ready to start working your repeat pattern. So 1 treble into the next 3 stitches, and then again creating your dip, so you will skip 2 and then 1 into the next 3 stitches again, and then create your new peak with your treble, chain 2 and treble back in the same space, and then again you're ready to work down. So 1 treble in the next 3, and then again dip, so you're going to skip 2 and work back up. So again, if you work that all the way along, and I'll meet you one final time just to firm up the end placement of those stitches. Okay, so I've completed my final dip. I've done my treble into the next 3 stitches, and then into your very last stitch you need to do your 2 trebles in the same stitch. So 1 and 2. And that is how you should be looking at this point. Obviously, as I showed you at the beginning, exactly how it will look as you work up, but that is the row that you will just need to repeat over and over again until your project is the length that you need it to be. But I really do hope that you have enjoyed the tutorial. If you have, please remember to give it a thumbs up and also come back again for some more crochet tutorials. But that is it for this one, and I will see you again soon. But thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye for now.